Hello guys. Today we're doing hot zone changes, tips, and comps slash brawlers for this mode. And I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe if you like it. And yeah, let's get right to it. First, let's do the brawlers slash comps for this mode. So I'm gonna do if there's I'll do one hot zone if it's open, and like one hot zone if it's closed, and then two hot zone if it's open, and then one. When I say closed, I mean like a lot of walls in it. Okay, so first for the comp for one hot zone that's pretty open would be Pam with 8-bit, B or Brock with Jesse or Penny. And if you for Jesse and Penny, if you decide to if the turret you think the turret's gonna live long, then probably choose Penny. But this comp is very controlling, especially with the turrets that they have, and yeah, it's a pretty good comp. Okay, so next we have also Poco with 2 tanks is also Poco the Capo with 2 tanks is also very strong in all game modes. Okay, so for one with a lot of walls, one hot zone with a lot of walls, it's Rosa with Spike, Sandy or Nita with Ems. Ems overall is just it's really good in this. Ems and Rosa are really good in hot zone, so especially in the map with tanks, although not really Rosa, but because it's a lot of walls. So this comp can take or really tank, can just do really well against tanks, where you'll see a lot in a lot of walls. Okay, so next we have two hot zones that have a lot of walls. Okay, so next we have like a good amount of walls. So we have Rosa with Carl or Spike with Ems. So what you do with this comp is the Rosa stays in the hot zone that's over to where you're that's closer to your respawn thing, and then the Carl or the Spike with the M's try to take the second hot zone, and typically on their team one person will come over to kill the Rosa, but Rosa's if it's a closed map, then Rosa has a very good chance at winning to them, especially with a super. Next we have two hot zones with an open map, and that's Pam or Crow with the 2 next brawlers being 8-bit, B or Brock. This comp is very long range, so facing them, there's not a lot of brawlers who can beat the range of them unless they specifically trying to do that. So this is a really good comp, especially since with the open map. Okay, so next we have the top 5 brawlers. So 5 is probably 8-bit with his turret and his damage and range and health. He's really good in this mode. Next we have Rosa with if there's just a good amount of walls, then she'll be really good in this mode. Next we have Jesse. Jesse is very good at facing with randoms because they tend to clump up, and in the hot zone they tend to clump up because, yeah. Okay, next we have Pam. Pam is just overall, her turret's really good in this mode, and she can control us a lot. And then we have Ems, who is really good with against tanks, which you'll see a lot in this game mode, and has a lot of control and can take back the hot zone and can keep the hot zone. So she's just overall so good in this mode. Okay, so next we're going on to our tips. my first tip is fight as a team. Don't really worry about stopping one of the one of the hot zones to not do. One of the hot zones to stop their thing. Don't really worry about that as much, because if you need to take back the hot zone, then you have to completely demolish them and push them out of the hot zone. Okay, so my next tip is hide walls. Hide behind walls when you're trying to block a hot zone. Hide behind walls when you do it, so that way they can't hit you, and you're just gonna block them the whole time. Especially in a 2 hot zone thing. This is really good. This is a really good tip. Okay, next we have burst. If you have control of the zone and they're coming towards you, one of the brawlers are coming towards you, or one or more, then you immediately burst them down once they're within like 3 or 4 tiles with you. Like 3 or 4 tiles within the zone. Okay, so next we have you only want 1 or 2 people in the zone. Don't clump up. Try not to clump up. Just keep like 1 person in the zone, because it doesn't help if you have more. Or it's just gonna help the other team, because then you're clumping up. Go around the zone, so that way you can still defend, but not be as clumped up. Okay, so next we have move. So have control when there's 2 zones. You need to have control of at least 1 zone, or you have a very bad chance at winning. Once you have a good amount of control with 1 zone, then you probably want 1 teammate to go over and try to steal their other zone, and that's probably what they'll do to you. Okay, so next we have with the 2 zones, have 2 people here and 1 trying to take over their zone, or 1 person here. Don't all be in 1 zone. Don't all be near 1 zone. It's not very good, because it's just not very good. Okay, so next we have hit them without them hitting you, because if you do that, you'll push them out. Over time, you'll push them out, and then they won't have the zone anymore, and you'll have the zone. Okay, so next we have the changes. I don't have a lot of changes, because this game mode is already really good in my opinion. So I only have 4 changes. I think there should be a smaller circle and a longer respawn time. At least a smaller circle. At least a longer reload time, because a lot of times you're winning, but you kill 1 person at a time, and then they keep coming back and just closing your thing, so then you get no points. There's no points in the whole game, and that's just boring. That's very boring. It's a very boring game. So if you have a longer respawn time, then that won't happen as often. Or if it does happen, it'll be a lot harder to do it. And it depends how much longer of a respawn time you want. Okay. So what I think is, when someone someone gets inside the zone, when another person is inside the zone, they should keep what the part of the circle was, how close they were getting to a point. They should keep that unless all of them come out of the zone, and then it just restarts. Because this also helps the fact when what the other change would do. So yeah. And also I should think I think that there shouldn't be any walls in the hot zone, because then they hide behind the wall while in the zone, and it's just like you can't get them unless you're like a thrower or something, or Mr. P, something like that. But it's just kind of like, I don't really like that, how there's walls in the hot zone. I hope you like this video, and yeah, bye.